Hi everyone, today is March 23rd. It's a Wednesday this year, and it's been about a week or so, almost 2 weeks I guess, roughly, since my last kind of video, my last update. Things are growing actually pretty well in here. I have my my chart, and as you see, lots of things have been scribbled out and written over, and that's kind of the way I do it. Is I end up planting a certain amount of seeds to start, or seedlings to start. For instance, I'll just use the broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. The original plan was to use one 50 cell flat, a cell tray, and do 18 broccoli, 18 cauliflower, and 14 cabbage. So when I did the tray, I thought to myself, geez, 14 and 18, that's not a lot. So I went ahead and did two 50 cell trays, 25 broccoli, 25 cabbage, and then 25 each of two different types of cauliflower. One's a Minuteman, which is your traditional early white, and the other one is it's like a yellow orangey type. The name I can't think of at the moment, but so I ended up doing 50 instead of 18. So that's kind of how my mind works, especially when you get into things like peppers. It's like, oh, I'm going to do these peppers for the market. But then I'm like, well, what if someone wants a banana pepper or a cayenne pepper? So I'll do 10 of these. And so, but that, I think every gardener's like that, unless you're truly limited by space. And even then, I think sometimes overplanting is better than underplanting, because as you'll see in a couple of I'm going to show you some clips in a minute about what's growing here. Not every cell germinates. Even if you put 2 or 3 seeds of X type variety of X type vegetable, sometimes that cell won't germinate, whether that one dries out a lot faster, whether it's too wet, holds too much moisture, planted too deep, who knows what the reason is. But anyway, so I just want to kind of show you here. I'm at the bottom of my list. I'll be starting my tomatoes within the next couple days. I'm doing them about a week and a half later than last year. And now the reason, before I jump into this, the reason why I'm doing it later is because last year when the market started, the 16th of May and then the 23rd of May, the second week, my tomato plants were, they were 24 inches tall, and I don't want them that tall for the market. For me, planting them in the greenhouse, that's fine, because I'll bury them real deep. There's no issue with wind or them breaking or anything like that. But when I try to sell them, I want to have plants that are no more than 12 to 18, even 16 inches tall. So I'll get into that with my tomato video. But anyway, I'm going to show you some clips here about what's growing. So sit back and relax and kind of bring on the enjoyment of myself. Now granted, I'll hint at this, the first day I started anything was March 8th. So today is the 22nd, so that's 14 days. It's been 2 weeks. Is that right? 8 to 22nd, 14 days. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks from when I started some of this stuff. So some things will be small, some things will be big, but let's jump into it and I'll show you what I'm working with. Alright, in here, it's a little hard to see. I have peppers growing. There we go. That's a nice better shot. These peppers are 2 weeks old. I'll pull out the tray for y'all. And as you can see, out of the 72 cell flat tray, I count 4. There's 2 there, there's 2 there. This one is actually coming up. That didn't germinate. Now whether they will germinate later, who knows. But if you see the peppers, I'll be thinning these out probably within the next few days. Definitely by the weekend, by say the 28th or the 26th of March. But as you can see, nice looking seedlings. They're a little tall for my liking, but bell peppers tend to grow faster than say your banana peppers or your hot peppers, which are the ones in the back. Now here, the contrast, here's another tray that I was seeded the same day. And as you can see, I have lots of eggplant. That's this section here. Here there's nothing planted. And then in through here, these are hots, habaneros and jalapenos, which are mostly up down there. If you can see that with had the lights on in here, because that's what we're running right now. But the habaneros, as you can see, they're real tiny, real teeny tiny. And a lot of them haven't germinated. Now, hot peppers take a while to germinate. So be patient, keep the soil moist. This here is a tray of herbs, parsley, dill, catnip, and cilantro. Try to move it away from the light a bit. As you can see, the cilantro is coming up okay. The catnip just starting to come up. The dill, there's some up here and the ones on the end. Now why these are coming up, I don't know, versus the ones in the middle. And then the parsley, nothing yet. Now these were all seeded on the 13th. So it's only been 9 days. And some herbs realistically take up to 3 weeks to germinate. Now if we move over to this herb tray, this has chives, which are coming up okay. Red basil, which is a Thai basil, and then a green basil, which are both coming up very well. As you can see, that red basil has, if it focuses there, has the true leaves are coming on. Very nice color. Okay, now we're in the other bedroom here, my other grow room. And as you can see, there's a lot of lights that are down. And you can see flats underneath. So let's try to do a quick overview of all these. I have some bulbs growing with some okra. My beets are doing very well. And then I also have some Swiss chard, as you can see poking through there. Bright Lights mix, which has your yellow and has your white, your red, your pink. Very nice stuff. Moving over here, I have kale. I actually have a Black Magic, which is kind of skinnier and longer, dark green, almost black purple color, or dark blue color, and it's Savoy leaves with a very kind of ripply. And then next to it here, I have the blue curled Scotch, which is your crinkly leaf kale, your most common kale. And then on the end, I have some carrots, and I also have some carrots up there. And then in the middle here, on the other side, are all those cole crops I mentioned. Those 2 sets of 50. They're all in here. Those, I believe, are some cabbages looking real nice. They need to be thinned out fairly soon. But overall, that's kind of the update of what's growing. I will be, as I mentioned, I think before, I'll be starting tomatoes quite soon. Within the next couple days, really. They'll be up within, I'd say, 3 to 7 days. They'll all be up. Tomatoes germinate really fast when you have them on a heat mat. But soon, this grow room that you see behind me, I have room for another, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 flats. Then I need to work on my other bench, and then over there I'm going to cut the heat. Things are really growing in here, so stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.